Hi, everyone. All right, it is January 9, 2020. Weekend threat, storm timing, impacts becoming clearer for Saturday. I'm going to read bits of these forecasts coming out of mainstream media, and I hope you get how utterly insane weather reporting has become. I really, where are the American people? Do they read this? If they do, they're not questioning. Why is it? Why is it that we hear forecasting for months from meteorologists? And it doesn't matter what country. Australia, they have forecasted, you guys, no rain for months, but they can't seem to figure out how to forecast what will be happening in a few hours. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's crazy making. Because when things become so obvious, the pink elephant has now given birth to 5 other elephants. They're all pink. They've got polka dots on them. They're really big. They're dancing all around you, but you ignore them. Okay, this is coming out of Alabama. Thursday starts out chilly and dry. Wind really kicks in by midday. Expect a high in the mid-60s with a partly cloudy sky. Thursday stays dry, but we do see at least a chance of some showers on Friday. Your best chance of rain Friday comes in the late afternoon and early evening, though you may have spotty rain throughout the day. There's a slight risk of severe storms with an enhanced risk to our south on Saturday. It's important to note that everyone in our viewing audience has a chance of damaging winds and possible tornadoes from the late morning through early evening. Saturday, every forecast now comes with possible tornadoes. I said that in my last video that I posted just last night. Our forecast here in the United States, well, heavy rain, flash flooding, hail, I forgot to mention hail, possible tornadoes, high winds. We never had forecasts like this before. Oh, Carol, it's climate change. My God. I am so done with this life that has become so unbelievably, maddeningly surreal. Unbelievable. And I'm going to show you what I've said before in videos. These 1,000+ miles start on the coast of Mexico and come right on up the same direction so often that you would really, well, people have to start doing their own research. People have to start learning just a little bit about radar and satellite. Okay, here, there are really 2 threats in play here: severe storms and flooding. The risk, you may not get it, it's a risk of severe weather. It comes ahead of a cold front that arrives sometime Saturday. Timing is still somewhat uncertain, but the general idea here, hey guys, we could all be making the money that these meteorologists are making on TV. Well, you could get, but it might not. Well, there's an enhanced risk later on, but it could be anything. Hey, now give me my paycheck. Timing is still somewhat uncertain, but the general idea is that severe storms are possible, and it's even italicized. They're possible for as early as 10 a.m. in the shoals to as late as 6 p.m. near the Alabama-Georgia border. Possible? It's a general idea. We don't know what time. There's a risk of this happening. How do you plan your day? What should you expect? Well, everything that they just said. But the heavy rainfall, 1 to 2 inches on average. Few spots could go higher. We don't know where, but a few spots could. And they can bring you hurricane winds. Okay? Oh, it's frightening to see the people who clearly have just become zombified. They don't think. They are... okay, here. This is your Washington weather. Stormy Friday on tap before the region goes into icebox. They even show you satellite images. They don't care. Because they know that the majority of people don't even know what they're looking at. This is not Mother Nature. Very clearly. Neither is this blue, well, looks like, a box cutter went in to cut up a box. These defined lines, none of this is Mother Nature. Okay, well, here. Wind storms, snow events, flooding rains. They're your typical main types of winter storms in western Washington. Mother Nature is set to check all 3 boxes this month. Mother Nature. Really. Arrive late Thursday night and Friday will be your storm. This storm will bring a renewed round of heavy rain, strong winds for some, and mountain snows, totaling in the feet. And these images, that's a lot of cloud in the atmosphere. A whole lot. But this is what our atmosphere now looks like because of nanotechnology. The little white blips that you see are nanoballoons, and somebody asked me to explain what nanoballoons are. Please look at my my channel page, and you can put in nanoballoons, you can put in nanotechnology in the search bar on my channel page. You'll come up with videos that'll explain it. But this is really okay. Saturday looks relatively tame, with lingering showers, but then another round of rain on Sunday starts the big pattern change to cold weather. The weather extremes are really damaging. Pretty much a slam dunk. It's going to get cold. Freezing cold. Hard freezes for multiple days. Well, we're slightly less sure, but still pretty confident that you're going to be getting snow at, well, some point next week. Nanotechnology, nanoballoons. Less confident in when exactly it's going to snow and how much. But as of Thursday, here's the general forecast. Another storm comes in Monday. But this one is looking like it'll head into Oregon. Oh, okay. So you won't... Here's your general forecast, Washington, for Oregon. Portland is nervously watching the storm track as some models show heavy snows. But other models, they aim it more into southern Oregon. But both main models show moisture too far south to affect the Puget Sound region. So where is it going to go? We don't know. It's a mostly dry and cold day, though any moisture that sneaks in north could bring some flurries. If this storm suddenly takes a turn to the north, it would bring snow here. Wow! Terrific. What did it say? Well, it's filled with a lot of words, but you don't know what you're going to be getting. That's what we don't know. Just right, we don't know. And that'll be it. Hey, we don't know. Here's your paycheck. Very good job. You said we don't know. Very well. Tuesday looks dry and very cold, with high risks in the 20s and gusty north winds, but perhaps some breaks. Maybe. Don't know. It could be the first not cloudy day we've had since November 30. This is coming out of Seattle, Washington. Okay. Wow. I don't know how you guys survive never having any sun, but okay, you might have a sunny day, but they're not sure. It's a perhaps. Wednesday morning is being pegged as the coldest morning of the year. The rest of Wednesday is leaning dry, though there could be some flurries. Hey, yeah, you could be dry or maybe wet. End of the week, best chance of widespread snows. It's the best chance. Details differ between the models, but both bring rather potent weather systems into the Northwest. We're still a week away, so the timing and details, like how much snow, well, it remains to be seen. Fabulous! Here's your paycheck. Good job. There are hints that these storms scour out the cold and eventually change to rain for Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, with temperatures getting back into the 40s. Freezing cold, back into the 40s. Okay, here in South Carolina, Anderson, the weather has just been really, I don't know what to make of it. The temperature, yesterday, quite warm. Then that ice feeling in the air last night. I'd say, and I didn't even look to check, but I'd say the temperature probably dropped anywhere from 20 to 30 degrees. That is now very much a common feature of life, these temperature drops. I have noticed the cats still have fleas. It's January. I saw several flies in my apartment just a couple of days ago. A neighbor was complaining about gnats in her apartment. We have had enough cold days to have, well, those are the summer, insects. Well, nothing seems to be the way it used to be. These, here, I'm sorry, this is amazing. It's just amazing. Here, Mississippi. Okay, severe weather, damaging wind, and tornadoes will be possible, and that is coming on alert day, Saturday. Yeah. They're tracking a potential for severe weather coming in 2 days. Really? Don't you remember when we used to be able to get those TV meteorologists, and they actually did forecast pretty much accurately? Certainly a severe weather storm. Not a severe rainstorm or snowstorm. It's severe weather. We're just getting severe weather. They can't do it 2 days in advance. Damaging wind, tornadoes. Tornadoes will be possible if any thunderstorms become severe. Oh. Becoming drier by Saturday evening as a cold front arrives, and it should stay dry on Sunday, but then there's a warm front. on Sunday night into Monday, which will bring more showers. And this front could stall. Have I mentioned that man can create air masses? I mean, move them about. They can bring you a warm front. They can bring you a cold front. They can bring high pressure, low pressure. They can bring you tornadoes by, bringing those air masses together, colliding them, and creating an awful lot of whirlwinds. Tornadoes, hail, flooding, possible with severe storms Friday. What is this, Texas? Yes. Gusty winds and rain to North Texas in the coming days. As the cold front associated with this storm moves through Friday, a line of strong to severe thunderstorms will be possible. Large hail, winds over 60 miles per hour will be the primary threats. Tornadoes will also be possible, both in storms that develop ahead of the main line and in that squall line. Well, when you say possible, you could say, hey, and that tornado possibly could leap on up and go right on to Anderson, South Carolina. Why not? Anything's possible. Heavy rain will also fall and may lead to flash flooding. Rainfall amounts will be 1 to 2 inches in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but could be as high as 2 to 4 inches in areas northeast of Dallas. A flash flood watch will be in effect from noon Friday through late Friday night. And there could be some snowflakes. Oh, God. San Antonio? Okay. San Antonio is now firmly within the projected path of a severe storm forecasted for Friday. It's a risk. The risk for severe weather, has been shifted to the west and now covers the eastern half of south central Texas. Originally, it was expected along Interstate 35. Yes, forecasts now go along interstates in the United States. The severe weather along Interstate 35. Why? Gwen Towers line our interstates. Those extremely low frequency emitters through the ground or into the atmosphere. And yes, they can steer storms. They can intensify storms. But now, it's along Highway 281. The greatest threat remains east of Austin to Lulling to Speaks line. San Antonio now falls within the marginal risk range, with isolated severe thunderstorms possible 70 mile per hour winds. We get hurricane winds now inland all over. Frequently. Isolated tornado or two. You could get 2 tornadoes, large hail up to 2 inches, rain with isolated higher amounts of 1 to 3 inches of flash flooding, hail, tornadoes. Standard forecast. Here. Well, Fox News just puts it together. Significant severe weather event including tornado threat for millions across South. Americans, are you not getting that we get this forecast pretty much all the time now? Millions are threatened. Millions are threatened. What? My God. And people do suffer the consequences of this weather, but it is weather not made by Mother Nature. It is weather created by man with the technology that man has to create, to modify, to manipulate, to intensify storms. It may be well into winter, but a potential large-scale severe weather outbreak is expected to put millions of people at risk for severe storms and tornadoes across the deep south. It's a multi-hazard storm impacting the eastern half of the country, which means it's going all the way up, like to North Dakota, Minnesota. No, it's going as far north as the Ohio Valley. But hell, just why not? Because you're mainstream media, national, Fox News. Make it sensationally dramatic, and people will click on your articles. Multi-hazard storm, significant weather, severe weather, extreme weather. Never did we get any of this forecasting until the recent years. So when things radically change, one needs to look into why it's changed, because radical changes do not occur naturally. They come about because they are geoengineered, engineered by someone making those changes. Damaging winds, possible Friday in parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana. Volatile. It's a volatile weather pattern that will bring significant weather, severe weather, heavy rain, possible flooding, strong winds, hail, tornadoes. Will be likely for a widespread area. Another 1,000+ mile storm. So here's radar. Okay. This is an interesting light up here in Texas, which years ago would think you're getting kind of crazy, short-lived storms, but you're not. This is coming from frequencies creating what looks like precipitation, but it's not. You've got a huge pulse here down in Georgia. A huge pulse. So you don't see any storms coming in. There's no storms coming in because they got the cloud layer already. It's already there. All they have to do is zap it. So I guess you're getting rain in North and Central California. This is pretty much a standard for Washington. Though, don't even know if that's precipitation because it could be made by Doppler radar. Alright, these new bizarre lights. This is a new viewing on radar within, I'd say, the last 6 months. They look like little buoys or, I don't know. But this is not... I guess it's coming from Doppler radar, though I'm not entirely sure. So, you've got these extremely low frequencies coming in from Oklahoma into, that Dallas area where you're going to be getting a storm. And you've got little nanoballoons, the lines here, that's the nanotechnology. And this pulse is pretty intense coming out of Georgia. Very intense. So, frequencies, nanotechnology, those lines up in the sky. There's an awful lot of ways to make weather today, but here we go, coming in from Mexico. Yep. Another manufactured, long, 1,000+ cloud line, which is pretty much standard. I also want you to take a look. Now, what am I on? 17? Let's go 16. Okay. So, as you can see, here is all of the nanotechnology off the coast of, come on, load. Okay. These are your nano balloons. And I've posted videos on the weather machine, nano balloons, nanotechnology, so please check my channel for those videos. And if you don't know anything about it, because I can't explain everything in one video, but wow, do we have a really interesting triangle developing right here. I mean, it's so obvious that nothing is natural anymore. You don't see anything on satellite or radar that is natural, not even this little blip here. These lines are nanoballoons. This is, Mother Nature does not work. She's not up there with a cookie cutter, you know, cutting out little cloud to make little, you know, shapes, perfectly defined shapes. What is this? This is nanotechnology, right here, in your face. No, this is not Mother Nature at all. These are nanoballoons. And yes, like I showed you in the Australia videos, the red and green are operating. These are activated nanoballoons. They are receiving or sending data to the ground supercomputers. They take orders, but the concern of many is that they'll stop taking orders and they will begin to operate on their own. So, no, this whole get up right here is a squared column of nanoballoons and more nanoballoons. So you see the air mass is going in all different directions. You know, everything should be flowing together in one direction, but no, these are coming down in a southwesterly direction, and this is going up in a northeasterly direction. Great, okay, more nanoballoons, squared off. You see the very defined lines. But what have they created? Once again for us, another 1,000+ mile storm. None of this is Mother Nature. You should be able to see that. And if you don't see it, it means that you've not been very connected to nature. And you need to work on getting really connected to nature, because if you're not connected to nature, you're not even connected to your own self. Microwaves, right here. Microwaves. This whole thing is split. All of these nanoballoons and this nano work coming in, creating. And how many times have I said, this is what you see very frequently. The storm being generated out here, Mexico coast, coming right on in. They generate more cloud and bring it right on up through the United States into Canada. Nanoballoons. We have these freaky, you know, it's like, what is this, the jet stream turning into, what, a hurricane or something? These little twirlies in the atmosphere are all over our atmosphere now, because man is controlling air masses, the jet stream, controlling weather completely. All of this, nanoballoons. And very often you see these huge masses of nanoballoons parked outside of the coast of any country. West, east, doesn't matter. They're just parked. waiting for their orders. Now here we have a whole lot of nano balloons coming into Florida, creating what is what? A squared off, looks like the roof of a house at one point. None of this is natural. Another storm created for you with the possibility of weather. This is not Mother Nature. Now, supercomputers, when you're putting in commands for the nanotechnology, well, that can be very precise. Mother Nature is not precise, and she works in circular patterns. And as you can see, the air masses, well, they're going in two separate directions. Colliding up here, two air masses, and they say possible tornadoes? Brought to you by the weather terrorists, not Mother Nature. Look at the chemtrailing going on. Unbelievable. Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. And coming right on in. Oh yeah, I'm looking at my sky right now. This is Anderson, South Carolina, up here. Oh, we've got a hazy mess. Look at this. Whole lot of toxic crap dumped on all of you guys. But no. Okay, so the air masses, come on. Oh, please, Americans, please put your brains back into that, skull of yours. Flip the switch and start working it, okay? Could you please look at these straight lines in the clouds? Now, they make the cloud, and it just now sitting there. They can hit it with frequencies and bring about whatever they want. And I'm sick of this. I am truly very sick of feeling the physical symptoms, sick of having to work and keeping myself as balanced as I can, as sane as I can, because none of this, look at all of these microwaves. Well, guess what? Watch the cloud. It gets thicker once it loads. Thin to thick. Microwaves. Unbelievable. And I know you guys are so sick of it too. But we experience the physical effects of man controlling weather and all of the toxic dumps of aluminum and barium and strontium and lithium. And I mean, come on, this is not Mother Nature. She doesn't, sit up there knitting her clouds. Doesn't bring about all these, what is very clearly microwaved nano balloons. Right here. Can you see that? Can I get closer? See the ripple effect? Well, I know you guys know. But man, living amongst people who just don't give a shit about anything but their own little life, and living amongst people who don't have the ability to open their mind enough to even have a conversation about what's going on. Not Mother Nature here. Not Mother Nature. What you're looking at, that's a nanotech factory putting out nano balloons to create weather. Nope. Sorry. Not Mother Nature. The forecasting that people are listening to, unbelievable. That they're not, that they keep tuning in to these meteorologists who don't know what the hell the weather is going to be because man is creating it now. And they think that they're legitimate reporters, meteorologists. We can't get out. We cannot get out of this nightmare that developed based on hundreds of years of lies unless everyone really regards the truth as the most important thing. Truth is the most important aspect of life. Truth. And if you don't regard that as sacrosanct, then you are absolutely part of the friggin' insanity that is being created. When you don't listen to anybody, oh, because they're just the crazy conspiracy theorists. You are a danger. You are a danger to not only your fellow man, but to all of the animals that get destroyed because of these severe weather events. And the fires. You're a danger. You're just a danger to us all. Yes, I will repeat, our fellow citizens in our respective countries who still choose willful ignorance, they are our greatest enemy.